How did this kid went from barely having a setup to now having thousands of dollars earned from Fortnite competitive? And being recognized as one of the best console KVM players out there.
Number one, shout out to this dude for shooting his shot. That's a real ass thing. Shout out to this dude for shooting his shot.
I'm going to walk you through my journey on how I was able to make all this progress across the years all in one video. 5 years ago, I was just a kid with a dream and a keyboard that barely worked, to see how will people react that I played on console KVM. And all my friends, they used to laugh at me and they said, oh, just buy a PC, because they thought console KVM was a joke and that I would never make it work. But I put a promise to myself. I told them that I was going to be the best console KVM player ever and that I was going to make earnings, and they all laughed at me because they said that's impossible because of the input delay and all of that. And I never really let that stop me. I actually let that motivate me, so I started playing scrims and tournaments and I started winning more. Now on December 15, a month later after those clips, I started to improve more. I started to put a lot of hours into the game. I couldn't wait to get from school and just start playing Fortnite, because my goal wasn't only just becoming the best, but it was inspiring thousands of people. No matter what you have, whether it's your setup or your ping, you can still become really good. And as you guys see, I was playing a lot of box fights, a lot of PvPs, because I knew that if you wanted to become the best, you had to play against the best. So I was also putting a lot of time into arena, and you know, after losing a game or even winning a game, I would go into replays and learn from my mistakes, because I was really committed to being the best. Now, if I'm being honest, I feel like my progress was really slow, but honestly, now looking back to these clips, it was really fast. Now for Chapter 2 Season 3, I played my first solo FNCS ever, coming close to even making a finals and also making heats, which was guaranteed $400 at the time. Now seeing this level and seeing my mechanics improve every single day kept me motivated, not only to make earnings, but to show my mom that I could make a career out of this game. It felt like every hour that I put into game was actually paying off, because I was fighting really well. I was playing scrims, like I said, hours upon hours against PC players, because back then you were going against console players, so that means if you can handle PC lobbies, you were automatically, you know, gonna be better. So all these clips are from FNCS, and I was really, I wouldn't say talented, but I felt like putting the work actually paid off during these tournaments. I will always come close, and as you can see, for a PS4 old-gen player, my aim wasn't too bad, and the main reason is because I also used to spend hours aim training, you know, mastering my skill, and at the time I didn't know what mouse acceleration was. Nobody had told me that, so I didn't really pay attention. And I think that's why one of the reasons why I didn't never put an excuse for the things that I had is because I didn't know about them. And for this, I actually clutched up. If it wasn't for this game, I wouldn't have made it to the semifinals of the FNCS. Now we're moving to one of my favorite seasons of all time, and that has to be Chapter 2 Season 4. All I can remember from this season is that I was going crazy almost every single game, and I was starting to get more recognized by the Hispanic community. I was playing a lot more tournaments. I think I was playing around 6 to 8 hours a day, because this was back in quarantine still. I was 13 or 14 years old at the time. I still wasn't even a year playing on console KVM. And at this time, the people that used to laugh at me, you know, because I played on console KVM, now I was more of a motivation towards there, an inspiration for the things that I was doing. And not only that, but it's because they knew the setup that I had, and like that motivated them, because they were like, if you can do it on this setup and that amount of ping and the delay, then what's stopping me from doing it? And they told me that if I was able to switch to PC, I could become one of the greatest, if not the greatest pro. Unfortunately, the main factor during that time was money. Guys, I couldn't get a job. My mom was working every single day just to even pay the bills. And all I wanted to do was to show my mom still that I was going to make money on this game and, you know, hopefully make a career out of it, like I said earlier. I was still playing Cash Cups, putting my heart out, and doing everything I could to become the best player. For Season 5, unfortunately, Fortnite canceled console cups, which means my chances of making earnings on an old-gen console was nearly impossible. The main reason was because I was going against 240 FPS players with 0 ping, and I was on old-gen. But I still kept trying. I still, you know, kept grinding 6 to 8 hours a day, because I knew eventually there was going to be an opportunity that was going to show up, and I needed to be ready. I stayed playing scrims. I stayed playing arena. And during these 2 seasons, the game was a bit boring. I was just playing for the fun of it. It wasn't really for passion. Now, 8 months after the news were announced in 2020, I was able to get my hands on a brand new Xbox Series S, which not only helped me get 120 FPS, but I got so much better in no time. I was really happy with my level during this time, because I was looking back to progress that I made, and I felt really proud, really proud. And I feel like I was getting better by the second with the new gen console, and I feel like the input delay was so much less that I actually started to notice on what I used to play on. If that makes any sense, I was like, there's no way I used to play back on a PS4. And then I remember hitting this crazy clip. I would never forget this. This is my first game on the Xbox Series S. Like, my reaction was incredible. You're not gonna believe me. Now we're moving into chapter 3, definitely one of my favorite chapters in Fortnite of all time. And for this chapter, I was really packed, because not only did I have a new gen console, a really good keyboard, and a 144 Hz monitor, I moved states. So I went from 50 ping on Oklahoma to now 0 to 20 ping on NAs on North Carolina. Now during this time, they had announced a PlayStation Cup for the first tournament of the year, and I was really excited. So the first thing I had to do was to find a friend that could borrow me a PlayStation for a couple hours, and all I had to do was pay him. I wasn't really nervous going into this tournament. I was actually really confident, because I knew that I was capable of qualifying with all the hard work and perseverance that I had. And that's why I was playing really aggressive, and I was going high almost every single game, because I prepared myself for these type of situations. After losing that game, I knew I was definitely in the top 10, so I had to check in the leaderboard, and I was actually inside the top 1. So I knew all I had to do was keep playing like I'm playing and be able to make 2 or 3 more good games, and I'll be able to qualify for my first PlayStation Finals.
Doesn't matter.
I'm crazy. No, 103.
Good stuff, bro. Rick, your thing is so good. First, third, 11, 14.
The people you were hearing in the background, there were people with over 4,000 earnings at the time, and keep in mind I still had 0, but they noticed that my level was like as a pro, like on console, and they invited me to join the party, and they said like, hey man, you really got potential, and some of them were even coaching me, like they had coaches, and it was really crazy. So the person that was talking, he was really impressed by my level, especially on console KBM, because he never really saw someone do the things that I was doing. So everybody that I was fighting couldn't really hang with me, and this is no glaze, guys. Like actually, like people were scared to fight me, and everybody that landed log gem, they used to call it Timba-x plays. Going into my last game, I thought I had qualified already, and I was really excited, as you can see by my reaction, but I wasn't even qualified. It ended up being 137 points, and if I wasn't able to get 138, I wasn't even qualified because of my games and my eliminations, I'm pretty sure.
One, let's go! I'm crazy.
I was getting double teamed in this game because back then teaming solos was very popular, and I had lost all my match trying to survive some way somehow, and I had to make the greatest play of all time. Not only did this kid have max mats, but he had the best choke jokes in the game, which meant I was going to do really well in this game.
Yeah. La mejor remontada de la historia. No, si tuvieras como a mí me metían en la boca. Dijere. Hombre viejo. Oye, pero háganlo ahorita porque mañana no da tiempo. Bien, Mateo.
Let's go!
And that's right, after 2 years of hard work and consistency, I finally had the opportunity to be with the best of the best and compete for thousands of dollars. Not only did this tournament change my trajectory as a player, but it awakened levels that I thought were never possible. A month later, I was able to earn again, qualifying on a PS4 this time. So I basically did the unthinkable. And I kept going on a streak where I will qualify for a tournament, make finals, make money. Go on a tournament, qualify, make money. This streak went on for months and months, becoming the only player to qualify on Europe, NAEs, and NUS Cash Cup in the same day. I believe I made like $600 off Cash Cups this season, and I was able to save up enough money to be able to get my PS5. Chapter 4 Season 1 comes around, and I was able to get my hands on a brand new PS5. And not only that, as you saw, posting my first ever gameplay video on this channel, which got over 50,000 views. But it wasn't like that at first. And before I tell you the story, I want to thank God for the opportunity because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And the story goes like this. I was playing ranked just like usual. I was dropping 20s and 20s, and something in my head, like a voice, I don't know if it was my subconscious or if that was on purpose, but something told me like, hey, like, you know, you're 15, you're really good at the game, you should start posting content and see how it goes. And I decided to post this video. It had 10 views in a month. I go in YouTube and I was about to click delete on the video, but there goes the voice again on my head. It tells me, hey, don't delete the video, you never know what could happen next. Like literally it goes like that. I mean, I don't worry about the video for 2 more months. I'm chilling in bed, I'm about to go to sleep actually, and I see this notification on YouTube that pops up. I click on the video because I thought it was a channel that I was subscribed to, and once I'm on the video, a comment pops up. I see the views of the video that I posted and it had over 10,000 views. Something about my settings and that I was really good at the game. And when I saw that message, I was the happiest 15-year-old kid you could ever imagine. For me, that was like the definition of I made it. You know, somebody to call me good at the game and ask for my settings. I never had that happen before. And for a person that wanted to inspire people and wanted them to get better, it was really an amazing thing. By the end of Chapter 4 Season 1, I was able to put on my belt 2 more PS Cup finals back to back and earning over $600 throughout the season. For Season 2, as long as I can remember, I think that season I only made money from solo cash cup victory cups, and I was able to put $300 more in my bank account from that season alone. And here are some of the reactions of the games that I recorded.
I'm actually the best. I'm so good. Let's fucking go.
You win this shit, Timba. Let's go.
No way.
No way. El flopper. Pilas para tirarte los floppers. El flash.
When I thought I was on top of my game, I just kept getting better and better. And not only that, but this season I was able to make my first CCC finals, which was very difficult, and I kept trying for years to even make it. And not only that, I also made money from solo victory cash cups, and I was the only console duo that qualified for a dual PC cash cup. Not only that, we did that earlier, and we were both playing on 60+ ping. So during this time, remember, it's any central servers, so now I'm playing back on 50 to 60 ping competitive. OG season 2023 comes around. I decided to step away a little bit more from competitive. I still earned $100 from solo cash cup that season, but I felt that I needed to focus more on the things that matter, and I decided to switch my focus from competitive to making content, which turned out to be one of the best decisions that I ever made. February 1st of 2024, I was able to reach 10,000 subscribers, which at the time it felt like I was growing super fast. I mean, people from my school knew that I was going viral, and I had a lot of pressure on me because everybody was like, oh, you made it, oh, you're gonna go viral, man. And all I was thinking about was making the next big video. I was trying to be perfect and I wasn't being myself. During this time, I was also focusing on trying to upgrade my whole setup. So I was trying to get a capture card, which I did, and I had to spend all my money. And the hand cam videos that you see, I actually recorded it from my phone, so I had to time it perfectly to be able to make it sync with the video, if that makes any sense. So it was really difficult. And I remember after my first, or after like my third or second YouTube paycheck, I was able to save up enough money to also buy a laptop. It was like a $500 laptop, and I gotta say, this laptop brought me a lot of problems, but it also kind of helped me, you know, edit videos at school and being able to be a lot faster when streaming and stuff like that. So connected to the capture card, it was definitely a go-to. During this season, I mostly focused on content. I mean, I still play competitive tournaments, and I was able to earn like $100 more, but it wasn't really that crazy. I was also close to making another PS Cup finals, but I started to feel that my level was starting to go down. And it's a really weird feeling when you know you're good at something, let's say at a sport, and then you see yourself go down in level, and it really hurts because you don't know what's causing it. You might be doing the same thing that you used to do, but some way, somehow, you're still losing level. And that same thing happened to me, and I was really motivated but motivated at the same time for certain things in this game, and this is what caused a greater fall off in my level. For season 2 and 3 of chapter 5, these seasons were really boring, at least for me, but I still was grinding the game, you know, for gameplay videos. And like I said before, I was starting to play a lot less cash cups. I started to focus less on competitive still, and all I would do is come from school, hop into rank, get a win. That's a video. And I'll just repeat the process until the arrival of chapter 6 season 1. At the time I'm recording this video, I know we're in chapter 6 season 2. Nothing really has changed between these two seasons, at least for me. I'm still a content creator and I still look forward to make more videos. Not only that, but since I'm a senior in high school, now I want you to let me know in the comment section if I should keep this competitive dream alive once I graduate and I'm able to have all the time in the world to grind, or should I just keep being a content creator that I am and that you guys enjoy. I know that someone that's watching this video is going to be the next big thing, and I want you to trust the process. I hope this video can motivate you or inspire you to never quit at what you do and to keep going no matter what.